reviewing the anime Gachiakuta, which is an anime I've been seeing trend on TikTok, but also just overall in the anime community. Especially because I feel like the anime community has been trending with a lot more grungy shows. I've been really excited to watch this one. And I would say, just because I watched the first episode, it looks good so far. I'm not fully hyped about it yet, just because I know that there's more to come, but I just want to take it as it goes. And the show starts about this kid that you meet, which is Rudo. Rudo is pretty much your standard anime protagonist. He reminds me actually a lot of like those awkward ones, especially around their crushes, which you see in the episode where he has a girl that he likes when he lives in the slums of the town. And just that they have a really fun dynamic, but it's still the interesting, cringy, awkward coupleness of most animes where they have love interests. And you see that he goes through the trash, like, in the town, and that he's getting in trouble for it, and stuff like that, and that the slums are getting mocked about in the nicer part of town because of the fact he went through the trash. And as that progresses, you meet his father figure, pretty much. And his father figure is someone who took him in when he was a baby, or at least that's what he said in the show, because his father, Rudo's father, was sentenced for murder and going on a murder spree. And instead, in this world, we see that they don't necessarily have prison, but they get sentenced to this place called the Pit. And as the Pit describes, it's basically where all of the trash gets thrown out. It's their landfill, but they also know that that's where they say all the criminals, get put to death for it. Like it says, death by the pit. It means that they're falling into this massive landfill pit, and that they're just letting them drop to their death because of just, they're a criminal. That's what they get for their crimes. And Rudo explains a little bit about his past, especially like you see a little part about how his hands are in pain constantly, and that he needs to cover his hands with gloves so the pain doesn't hurt as much, and that he's been mocked for it. And his father figure, just takes him in and stuff like that, and is okay with him. He's like, oh, you don't know me, but he's like, but I do know you, you did raise me. That's basically their dynamic that you see in the show. And we see that he gets set up for murder. Basically, what happens is he's out talking with the girl, watching them, sentence someone else to the pit because he did something else. I think he was a thief or something. Random. And he goes back home to tell his father figure that, I talked to the girl I like, and, blah, 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 he's gonna be so proud of me, blah, 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 I can't see the look on his face. And he enters the door of his house, and you see that his father figure was stabbed, and the person who did it is there, and knocks the kid out, and pretty much sets him up for murder. And then the people in town, I don't remember what they're called, of the nicer part of town, go and see that he killed someone, even though he didn't. And right away in the episode, you see that not right away, but after that had happened, he immediately gets also knocked out again, and he goes down the hole into the pit where he gets sentenced. You see that he gets sentenced, to death to the pit. And you see at the very end of the episode that he's just in the pit, and he's like, this is hell. This is absolute hell. This is not what people said it was. And personally, again, it could be better, it could be worse, other stuff like that. But I'm really excited to see how the world progresses, but I wish there was more world building in the episode and better exposition of the show. But we'll see how it goes as the show progresses. So I'll let you guys know once I finish the show, or if I'm halfway through or whatever, but you guys have a good one.